Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Robots in Disguise podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
Ding dang, all old robots in disguise, new thing, wearing the thing, more to meets the eye, and I don't know what he. I'm David.
Pocket sand.
Yes, we're back at the King of the Hill.
I tell you what, that Heatseeker ain't right.
It's time for propane and propane accessories.
I just realized
We
should have done a King of the Hill episode for April 1st.
Aw.
Damn it! Would have been funny. Would have been pointless, but it would have been funny. But that was weeks ago now.
So yeah, this is King of the Hill Part 2, the second part of the two-part Season 3 premiere. First
Season
aired April
4,
29th.
if you're looking it up on YouTube.
Yes, and
for
Ms.
reasons
Jackson,
that we
if
discussed.
you're nasty.
Yes, for reasons that we discussed last episode.
Written much like the first part by Adam Beechin, sort of the showrunner. And previously on Robots in Disguise, the Autobots are in a nuclear waste dump attempting to stop the maniacal and also mysterious Decepticon Heatseeker from blowing the whole thing up and turning the southwestern United States into that game Fallout.
I love that game. I mean, I guess I don't want to go hang out in that game.
So Grimlock is trying, they're fleeing these missiles, they're sort of trying to draw them away. But luckily Drift has some familiarity with these, so he has them all use their, Aquaman, Professor X powers, by which I mean their communication systems, to sort of, turn them up super high, which does make a bunch of concentric circles emerge from their heads.
Normal stuff.
Yes.
To me, my X-Men.
Yeah, you gotta do the wub 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 circles.
Wub, wub,
That's
wub,
how
wub.
you do things.
That's how you do the mental stuff. Unless you do it with a pink butterfly.
Jubilee, bring me a cheese pizza. And they are able to remotely short out these detonators, and they just sort of harmlessly dink against the Autobots.
Yeah.
It is pretty cute. It is some very charming, harmless dinking.
And unfortunately, they have now fried their comlink, so they can't communicate with Fix-It, and they also can't do that again.
They got one try.
Yep. And Grimlock, who's sort of separated from the group, comes back and says, "Hey guys, I'm alive."
Oh yeah. Well,
Grimlock.
Grimlock spends this entire episode slowly catching up to everyone and saying, "Hey, I'm still alive."
Poor guy.
Oh, we're still moving? Oh, great.
There's one bit where he's sort of trying to be stealthy. He's hiding behind a bunch of rocks, and all I could think of was that Monty Python bit, How Not to Be Seen.
Yes.
Anyway, so they've got to evacuate the area. Make sure there are no humans around, and that's mostly true, but unfortunately there's still that hermit who has to be rousted from his hermitage.
Yes.
So that is going to be Sideswipe and Strongarm's job, and unfortunately, much like in the previous episode, they are still very brown.
Yes.
They
But guys,
will spend
the rest...
most of this episode extremely brown.
At least Bumblebee and Drift also don't turn brown.
No, I mean, that's the thing. You're ruining the whole Sentai team aesthetic here by continuing to be brown.
Yes.
Although part of me kind of wish that Grimlock would be brown, because he hasn't done the camo trick before, I don't think.
That's true. Now, question, has there ever been a brown ranger?
I think maybe. There's been bronze or something.
Ooh.
Let me go consult the internet.
Bronze Ranger.
Well, I mean, I know there's been a gold ranger and certainly a silver ranger. I guess the bronze ranger would be the third best ranger.
Yeah.
The number 3 Ranger.
That's right. The, well, at least you won something, Ranger.
Better than not placing Ranger.
Not seeing an official one?
I mean, it makes sense. Brown is not really an appealing color for a costume
No.
of the superhero variety.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, no, the few bronze or bronze-ish. Apparently the old Brown Ranger is a joke video somebody made online.
Aha.
That doesn't count.
Although, what the hell? Bulk and Skull in the comics became Rangers at one point as a joke. I forget what the color... I think one of them was orange.
Was the other one brown? Was it because it was poop-colored? Did they make a joke about him being poop-colored?
I'm looking it up.
That sounds like the kind of thing we get with Bulk and Skull.
Very much so.
Oh, I think they were orange and purple, which are uncommon colors, but there have been a few purple and orange Rangers.
Not unprecedented.
Yes. But brown, no Brown Ranger.
So anyway, Bumblebee and Drift, they make their way to what seemingly an abandoned gas station. Which, I don't know if you should have a gas station this close to the radioactive waste dump.
Well, I mean, I guess the question is, which was there first?
This is true.
Well, the gas station was there first. This is left over from the Mobile Armored Strike Command's base.
Oh, what was that place called? Iron Mountain? Or
I do not remember. I didn't have that toy.
Boulder Mountain?
Oh, Boulder Mountain. Yeah, it was something like that.
Boulder Mountain.
Also, maybe sometimes you need a place to fuel up the trucks that are transporting the toxic waste.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So it is currently abandoned, although somebody's left a bunch of barrels around. And Bumblebee very foolishly is all, oh, well, we aren't going to let these barrels going to stop us. But clearly Bumblebee has never played a video game.
Yeah.
This whole sequence is just, like, extremely video game.
Yeah.
Like, it just absolutely feels like a level in a video game where you have to drive around the barrels before they get blown up. And also, Bumblebee calls the Decepticon a perp, in case you forgot that they're cops.
Wow.
So, he's blowing up these barrels all over the place. Bumblebee and Drift are in dire straits. We got the Strongarm and Sideswipe who find this hermit, and he's, they try and convince him to leave, but he's convinced that is just a government conspiracy to keep him away from the aliens.
I mean, fair.
Listen, he wants to believe. I mean, this is what your average alien conspiracy looks like, not David Duchovny.
Yeah, this is entirely true. As somebody who occasionally has to field these emails at work, this is entirely true.
Oh.
Literally one time somebody sent us a picture of something that they thought was a drone or something hanging around outside their house. Mm-hmm. And like, if you have a screen window, the way that raindrops sort of catch on it, it was just a raindrop on her window.
Oh, jeez.
People are
dumb.
So whenever you try to answer those emails, do you find there's like a weird guy like smoking cigarettes at the back of the room?
We generally do not answer those emails.
Good.
Occasionally we inform them that concerns about drones should be directed to local law enforcement.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, obviously you should just answer each email with a form letter that says the truth is out there.
Yeah.
F. Mulder at FAA.gov. Anyway, so Sideswipe's all like, oh, hey, you want to see some aliens? Well, look, aliens! Transforms into robot mode and it's like, greetings from another world!
Which almost works, but then doesn't?
Well, it works so well, or it doesn't work so well that it works. And
yes.
Darren Chris's line delivery here is very funny.
Yeah, going over the top as a crazy person. It's like, oh, these can't be real alien robots. I'm hallucinating.
Yes.
It's like,
so
sure, as long as you leave.
It specifically says that alien robots can't be super
they've never
cool
disguised themselves as cars.
Oh yeah, like fancy cars.
It specifically says fancy cars.
Yeah.
Yes, which does apply to Sideswipe.
It does kind of remind me of G1 Skids and how he almost got it. Except that he was operating in completely the wrong region for the kind of vehicle that he was an extremely common model of.
I mean, he's still doing better than, like, Mirage and Wheeljack.
Yeah.
Yes. Just almost. He almost got it.
So this guy does indeed head out, because he thinks that the government is drugging him.
Oh, yeah, cactus juice.
Yeah. You know, cactus juice, possibly the chemtrails.
Yeah, but he said cactus juice, and this came out after Avatar: The Last Airbender, right?
Yes.
Although I guess cactus juice is a real thing, but they just reminded me of the cactus juice episode. In the desert. Where Asaka drinks cactus juice and just sort of goes a little crazy.
I've still not seen Avatar.
Would recommend.
Okay.
It was good. I watched it, actually. That was one of my pandemic nice chill watch-throughs. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It had one of the few legitimate examples of a drill tank.
Ooh.
Yeah, like an actual real-world drill tank in a cartoon. It's like, wow, that never happens.
Okay, that would actually function.
Yeah.
That would actually create a hole large enough for itself to go through. Good job.
So Grimlock arrives to help out Bumblebee and Drift, and he does manage to distract Heatseeker a little. But unfortunately, then Heatseeker is able to do a crazy flip.
Yeah,
as you do.
This is very cool, where he sort of drags his bumper on the ground, and makes him flip over backwards, and then just slams right into Drift.
I mean, he is a Stunticon.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is nice to see a Stunticon living up to the name.
Doing a stunt.
And then he just knocks Bumblebee into this oil pit. And he can't even get away. His tires are stuck, or spinning freely in the oil. And then suddenly, this Minicon...
My one problem that I have with Heatseeker's design is that his head is so small proportionally that he looks like he's a lot bigger than he is actually supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah, it is kind of a teensy little head.
It is dinky.
Anyway, speaking of dinky, Minicon friend.
Yes. But luckily, this Minicon, he's able to power link to Bumblebee, and he give him driving claws that he never knew he had.
Never even knew I had these driving claws. You know, Armada is so weird because it's got such a good cast, and they're just delivering all of the worst dialogue. Because after Beast Wars and Beast Machines, everybody was like, oh yeah, Transformers Project, that should be really good. No, it wasn't. It was not. It was absolutely not. So that's why I've noticed catching those episodes on Pluto TV. It's like all these... I mean, I'd say B-list at worst voice actors. I'm pretty close to a lot of A-listers there. Like, I mean, I would say that David Kaye and Gary Chalk are, like, A-list voices. Especially, I mean, David Kaye has won an Emmy at this point. So,
oh, sure. He's in MCU movies.
Yeah, but, yeah, just delivering poorly translated, stilted dialogue for this terribly animated show. They deserved better. Everything about Armada deserved better than that show. Anyway, there's a Minicon. I love him. Bumblebee didn't even know he had these driving claws.
Yes, and now he can fly. He's a flying car.
Yes. It's fun. He's enjoying it.
With the size of those little driving claws, a Bumblebee should not be able to fly.
It's got rockets.
Can't wiggle its little wings fast enough.
Meanwhile, we are back at the Super Bowl of like local neighborhood ragamuffin football
Yeah,
players.
like somehow this is the championship. How many little small teams that are not like official, they don't have uniforms, are there in this area? Is it just the two?
Well, it doesn't matter because Russell, he's putting himself on the DL. Because he's hurt his ankle because he's not actually hurt, but he also can't beat this enormous tall guy. Can't kick over him.
Disabled list, you meant. Okay, like, my brain went on the down low. It's like, no, that's not right.
No, he's not on the down low. I mean, he's feeling pretty down and pretty low.
I will say
but
that
not in that sense.
As someone who is a part of the LGBTQ plus community, I also thought on the down low.
Yeah.
This is what I get from not talking to people who watch sports.
Yes. Sorry.
I got it. It just took a few seconds more.
But, Denny's got he's got an inspiring anecdote because, back in the day, I was a straight A student, and already, Denny, I do not believe.
What? I can believe it if it was, like, 3rd grade, maybe?
I was a straight A student, and then one day I got a D. I just wanted to give up everything.
So you gave up school and quit and started a junkyard at the age of 6?
That would have been me.
Oh, wait, no, 3rd grade would be 8 years old, right?
I can't believe you somehow married a woman who has a job in Copenhagen.
Oh, yeah, we haven't had a mention of the mom in a long time.
I don't think we ever get one.
Yeah, it might have been just that Copenhagen line in like...
This is just one long-ass summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But I picked myself up and I just started. I worked hard again, and then I started getting good grades again, and then I graduated, and then I became a guy who owns a scrapyard.
I also want to start a successful business selling vintage stuff.
So he's Bumblebee can fly now. He's enjoying himself.
Also, looking back at my notes, let's go back just for a moment to when Sideswipe and Strongarm were trying to convince this weird RV guy. Because there was also some great alien music in that.
Yes.
Like 50s alien movie
music.
Yeah,
we're doing fake theremin stuff.
Yes, fake theremin stuff. So I just want to point that out because I love that kind of thing. Anyway, back to Bumblebee flying around, having fun.
I think I heard something recently, like the first movie to use theremin was War of the Worlds, I think?
That sounds about right.
I could see that.
It's probably that or maybe like Forbidden Planet.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was. It was something like that. Like, it was one of those soundtracks, like, inspired, like, all sci-fi soundtracks afterwards.
Yes. I mean, Forbidden Planet was so influential, they just kept using that robot.
Yeah.
Well, yes, Robbie was laying around.
I enjoy Forbidden Planet, but he steals that movie.
Yeah. Robbie's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
I feel it.
So we do check in briefly with this hermit whose RV has broken down.
He's got a flat tire.
Really shouldn't have bought it secondhand from that Heisenberg guy.
Yeah, well, you don't know what's been going on in there.
Somebody's definitely been cooking meth in there.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Anyway, so they, the Autobots have final, and also this minicon is not too chatty because he's just not telling Bumblebee why he's there or...
Wait, does the minicon even say anything in the episode?
He does not say anything.
But he
doesn't even have a line at the end, I guess.
He's humanoid enough that he seems like it's not just that he can't talk. Because we have had minicons that can talk, and we've also had minicons that are like little goblins who just make little goblin noises.
But we've also had talking animal dudes.
Yeah, this guy is humanoid enough that it seems like he should be able to talk. He's just not. He's just playing things close to his chest.
Yes.
Oh, hey, have we ever had a mute Transformer other than Soundwave in Prime? Although he wasn't mute, he just used sound clips.
I mean, we've definitely had guys who didn't have lines.
And we had the Armada minicons that just beeped and booped and made sound effect sounds.
Yes, they were mute, kind of.
I mean, people could understand them, though.
Yes.
Yeah. So they weren't functionally mute.
Well, as it turns out, maybe a guy that we thought was mute is maybe not as mute as we thought.
Yeah.
We'll stay tuned to the end of this episode.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
So anyway, B's able to escape here via his flying around. He shakes these, he escapes these missiles, and so now everybody is converging on Heatseeker. And so he is just about to fire these missiles right into the ground here, just totally nuke the whole thing. And so the whole team bum rushes him, dogpiles him.
Including slow, sad Grimlock, who shows up that's like, oh, it's business time, and he roars.
Aww.
Yes. And then, we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when.
It is a pretty big explosion.
It's a huge explosion.
Yeah, it, whites out the screen.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
It's a pretty significant explosion.
And then when the smoke clears, Heatseeker has escaped, and en route to escaping, he finds a little bit of techno thingy here.
Yeah, they had this.
It's apparently
I think last episode, Strongarm and Sideswipe were using this to find Heatseeker.
Mm-hmm. Because it is a thing that detects Cybertronian artifacts.
Ooh.
Oh boy!
Which just looks like a rusty hand mirror with spikes on it.
Time for more artifacts.
Artifacts, always fun.
Yeah.
Time for more artifacts. Oh boy. At least in Armada, the artifacts were people.
Yes. And now the B team, they have let their powers combine, and they're now one dude.
Yeah, somehow.
At least no one's brown anymore.
They did change color.
It blew the brown right off them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somehow they have become a Sentai combiner out of nowhere.
Blew them back to their original colors.
Yeah, hilariously, Grimlock is both legs, meaning Drift is the sword.
Yeah, that's such a weird design. He becomes this tiny little sword.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
Grimlock is the biggest, but because of their combination scheme, it is more like Sentai than it is Transformers.
Yes.
Which is weird. It is very like, what was it? The Zeozords, I think? Was the ones with the frog legs? Or remember the wrong team?
No, that's not Zeo. That was the Ninjazords.
Oh, right, the Ninjazords. I think... Oh, was the Zeo the bull? Yeah, that one was also like legs.
I thought the Zeo, they just weren't really recognizable things.
Well, no, the first ones in Zeo were like, there was like a Maui statue, there was a lion, there was... Dogu was the other leg. It's an ancient Japanese statue thingy. And the upper legs were a bull, I think. Maybe there was a torso too.
It has been a while.
But like, yeah, they were like symbolic of ancient structure. Like they had a giant pyramid. Mm-hmm. They were ancient civilization tied. Anyway.
And also, so we cut now back to the big game. Mm-hmm. Russell decides that he is not going to give up. He puts his helmet back on and indeed kicks a field goal over this giant freak of nature.
Yeah, he realizes, I just got to aim higher.
Yes.
Hooray, sports.
Got to get much higher.
Back to the Autobots, they decombine and they have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, they decombined. They combined off screen and they decombined off screen.
They all just had the strangest dream.
I just feel real weird, like I was like I had a big fist coming out of me.
Grimlock says he felt like everybody was standing on his head.
Yeah.
Drift says everything was dark.
And also somebody has taken Bumblebee's Decepticon Hunter.
Uh-oh.
But they only have 3 of those.
It's a little confusing because now Heatseeker, he took their thing, but not that thing in particular, and he goes to talk to his boss.
It's a shadowy figure
who, as the credits reveal, is indeed Motormaster.
He's a shadowy figure. I think the credits should really have to say things like shadowy figure until it's revealed who they are.
Well, the problem is with this episode, it have to be Shadowy Figure 1 and Shadowy Figure 2.
That is fair.
2. Well, Shadowy Figure and Figure in Glowing Hole.
Yes. So, shadowy figure here, voiced by Travis Willingham.
Okay.
He's a big anime guy. He was Roy Mustang in Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's one of the guys from Critical Role.
He's one of the Critical Role guys.
Yeah, the big guy.
He's Knuckles the Echidna.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
He's Portgas D. Ace in One Piece.
Yeah.
So, a lot of... he's Guile in Street Fighter. He's Thor in, like, a bunch of Avengers cartoons.
Ooh.
And, yeah, this whole Critical Role thing, which I do not fully understand, but I understand it's a big deal of some sort.
Yes, I watched some of it. It is fun, but also it's like 4+ hours of watching people play D&D every weekend. There's only so many hours in the day. It's fun, but like there's other shit to do. I think it's on Thursday, and it's like it's not at a good time for me, so I'd have to watch.
I was trying to explain to my sister that that's a whole thing because she was curious about the sudden large amount of Dungeons and Dragons merchandise, which was initially brought up because I know her kids are to some degree into Bakugan, and I sent her a picture of one of those the dice slings dragons. And I was just like all lowercase, like, is this a Bakugan? She was like, yeah, there's a weird amount of D&D merchandise lately. And it's like, yeah, apparently A, there's a movie, and B, there's like a whole thing with people doing podcasts and shows of their playthroughs. Like,
the Critical Role's been going on for, I wouldn't say a decade, but quite a while.
She needs stuff for her kids to watch that doesn't lead them down a Nazi rabbit hole the way that Minecraft playthroughs will.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I guess Critical Role. They're generally nice people. They're just all white people.
Yeah.
but they're reasonably decent voice actors.
And now cut to Stuntwing, the Minicon, who is indeed the guy who's stolen this Decepticon hunter. He's talking to his own shadowy figure.
Well, he's standing in front of his own shadowy figure.
Yes, a glowing voice coming out of a glowing hole.
Uh-huh.
A voice that perhaps might be a touch familiar.
Well, familiar if you've seen G1, not familiar if you've seen Prime.
Well, he had one line in Prime.
Did? I don't even remember that.
Yes.
And, welcome back to Transformers, Frank Welker.
Yay!
The credits do, in fact, reveal exactly who this is.
Yes.
So
I mean, it's not just Frank Welker, it's heavily processed Frank Welker, so...
Heavily processed Frank Welker.
It's pretty clear who
Frank
this
Welker
is.
Soundwave.
Yep. He's the tape guy.
Yes, it's time for the tape guy.
He's got a little guy doing his business for him.
Yep.
As he is known for.
And, that is the episode. So, we've got two different shadowy figures, and... spoilers, the subline name for this series of toys was Combiner Force.
Yes.
Yay, combinering!
I do remember this episode, and it's like, they combined? Why? How? Now?
This obviously goes by, like, Marvel Silver Age rules. Radiation can do anything.
I assume we'll have a little more. Maybe I'm wrong, but I assume we'll have a little more explanation.
Probably, yeah, but, like, this is the point where the aligned continuity where there was, like, the matrix of combination, which is how you got combinations, and then suddenly they're combined for no reason.
Well, it's sort of like the origin of Carol Danvers in the comics, where there's, like, a big explosion, she's being carried by the original Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And, like, that explosion caused her to, like, absorb his Kree power-ness.
Sure,
which was retconned slightly different.
Well, yes.
A couple times, I think.
Yes.
That, she was already part Kree or some shit, and then...
Yes, that's correct.
That there was a machine that gave her powers anyway. There was multiple layers.
The Psychomagnetron.
Oh.
And now we just kind of forget Marvel even existed.
Well, his gay kid's still running around.
Oh, that's something good. I didn't know he had a kid.
Oh, well, it's, what's his Hulkling of the Young Avengers.
Oh, I didn't know that he was his kid.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I've read bits of stuff with Hulkling in it. I didn't realize anything about his parentage. B, like, how the hell did Jen not find that out? They have not been good at marketing that. I guess Marvel is so unimportant. Like, billing someone as the son of Marvel doesn't add any credit at all.
I mean, he was Annette Bening in a movie.
Well, yes. Yeah, the movie version was better. So you get a good actor. There you go. Notable.
Anyway, so yeah, I this episode is definitely setting up all sorts of stuff that we'll be dealing with throughout the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
I mean, much like I was talking about Armada and how the original Armada was, the cartoon was not great, but I felt like during the last little mini season, we got a lot of really good handling of mini-cons, and I'm looking forward to seeing, because I have always had very strong opinions about combiners and how writers will often treat them like they're just the combiner because they don't care about the individual characters, they just want to have the big MacGuffin-y robot. And so I feel like this might actually give us one of the rare opportunities to actually have the individual components be characters and have it be like about them having to work together and the whole like character interaction of it. So
yeah, well, because they're already characters, so that's a good way to go.
Yeah, they've already got a team dynamic, so now you can explore that team dynamic in the context of everybody standing on Grimlock's head, swing and drift around like a sword. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we're going to get some good dealing with characters being combiners this time. Which, man, Robots in Disguise is so underrated. It's so underappreciated. Because, it was impossible to find. And
yes.
On it. Goodness even knows when, and it was before, at least with Cyberverse, they were putting up the episodes pretty much immediately on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So this series kind of got lost. There was a little while we were having to pirate it to even be able to watch it for the show, and now it's at least all up on YouTube. So it is underrated. People should definitely go watch it on YouTube. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this creative crew deals with the whole team dynamic element of combiners and treating them as individuals and not just the big MacGuffin.
Okay, it'll be nice to see a season of Transformers that I haven't seen, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen any Rescue Bots previously, but that's different, because it's a little more for little kids. But this is a mainline Transformers series that I did not see, like, at least half of this season. Somehow.
Yeah, I saw a couple episodes with some of the other Stunticons, but I haven't seen, like, the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember one specific other Stunticon, but that's about it.
The one who is...
Yes, that one.
Breakdown and Knockout's fail son.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Yes. Alright, but where we will get to now is David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Yes, this week on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-man, Red Fighting Robot, which is not the most original title for an episode, but it is appropriately description. Remember the episode, like, a couple months ago I mentioned about a giant middle schooler that was the monster of the week?
Uh-huh.
He's back for the opening of this episode because a red robot comes from space while this little giant monster kid is happy that he's on summer vacation, and the red robot beats the shit out of him. Because at first he thinks it's the 5-man's, like, 5 Robo that has come because they have a similar silhouette. Because they're a big robot shaped out of boxes. And this red robot beats him up. And then he's like, "You're not that tough. 5 Robo's better." And then the robot's like, "Well, fuck it, I'm gonna go beat the shit out of 5 Robo," and leaves this alien child's planet to go to Earth and stands on the top of buildings in the middle of downtown Tokyo or whatever fictional city we're dealing with and shouts, "Where the fuck's 5 Robo?" So the Rangers are like, well, fuck, we got to go out to knock this robot off those buildings before he crushes them and kills people. So they do that, and they carry him to the middle of nowhere where there's no buildings to destroy, and they have a little fight in the Japanese wasteland somewhere. And the Rangers are like, hey, that robot's kind of familiar. Hey, it's made out of the same alloy, and scanning it has like the same processors and pistons and all kind of shit that our dad put into this 5 Robo. But our dad is dead. ? We thought. So he couldn't have built another robot because we only knew about the robot he built. So we want to question this person piloted the other robot. Where'd you get the robot? So eventually they do get out of the robot after getting their butt kicked a little bit, and then the guy piloting gets out, and he's like Gunther the Rogue Space Wolf or some nonsense, and he's a crazily outfitted alien dude with a blonde wig and a lot of bronzer on. And they're like, okay, where'd you get the giant robot? I made it. No. Where'd you get the robot? I made it. Really, dude? It looks just like our fucking robot, except it looks kind of more like specifically G1 Transformers Blaster, because it's big and red. It has a face mask. Like the toy version of Blaster had a face mask, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And like its chest kind of looks like a tape holder. So it's like, wait a minute, what are you doing with Blaster that looks like our robot? And he's like, no, this is mine.
It does have some like cassette spool nipples going on there. So
yes. Anyway, so they're interrupted because the bad guys, the regular aliens, show up. Oh no. The bad guys send out one of their giant Stay Puft Marshmallow robots to, while this guy is arguing with the Rangers and they're having a little fight on the ground, steal the red robot and run away with it. And then the alien Gunther is like, hey, that's my robot! Runs away. And then he gets kidnapped by Billions and some of the bad guys. And then they take him back to their base, and then their giant mystic mother, Meadow, yells at him. It's like, you're an idiot. Shoots lightning at him. It's like, oh, do you really want to kick the Rangers' ass? You were at a stalemate. I'll give you a big spear. Go back and kill them. It's like, sure. This is an odd distraction, but we get more robot fight as he comes back with a spear, and he fights the Rangers again. Sword versus spear, and it's more fun robot fight. And then the Rangers notice, oh, wait, if this is designed just like ours, there's a little secret entrance door on the chest. There's a back door in the front. So they grab the spear and hold the 2 robots close together while the Red Ranger runs across the spear, jumps onto the chest, and starts to open the door by putting a mini disc in and waiting. It's like, well, if this opens just like ours because our dad built it, but it takes forever to open, oh, maybe our dad didn't do it. Ding! And then the door opens. It's like, oh, our dad did build this. And then he sneaks into the robot, opens the door behind Gunther piloting it. Gunther's like, what the fuck are you doing in my cockpit? And then they whack a button on the console. The robot starts walking by itself, falls off of a giant cliff, and it seemed, oh, they're doomed, they're going to die. But then suddenly it turns into a giant flaming phoenix, and then converts into a sort of spaceship thing, and flies away, taking Gunther and the Red Ranger away, while the other Rangers are in 5 Robo going, wait, what the fuck?
What just happened?
How did that happen? Get back here! Where'd Red go on? And that's the cliffhanger at the end of the episode.
Ooh.
So it's an introduction of a new robot that is stolen by an alien, apparently. It's like, yay, we get to sell more toys.
Yay!
And it is really weird. Like, it looks a lot like Blaster without looking exactly like Blaster. It's just red robot with a face mask and a tape deck chest that isn't a tape deck is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we will be back next week with more Robots in Disguise. Until then, you can find us all over the internet. We are on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. For our March episode, we have traveled to the bayou. They gonna What was it? They're gonna do something to my brother that wasn't kill, because they couldn't say kill. The important.
I guess maybe they're gonna ice my brother.
No, it was like it's in my notes somewhere. It was pretty. It was great. It was great. But, yeah, we are going to the bayou to visit the thieves and the assassins, and maybe try to explain a little bit about what an external is, in the delightfully accented, classic X-Men cartoon episode, Externally Yours, where we learn a little too much about Gambit's love life.
That's right. I'm going to force my, my co-host to, learn about, Gideon and Cruel.
Yeah, seriously, I
guys you never
reading
heard of.
through the late New Mutants comics, and I saw Gideon on the page, and I was just like, I hate this asshole. I don't know anything about him yet, but I immediately hate him, except that he had a toy, because everyone had a toy. It was the 90s. We haven't sorted out what we're doing for April yet, but it will be fun, I'm sure, whatever it ends up being.
I feel that we were perhaps leaning towards letting our powers combine.
Oh, yes! Some combining with some Jeff Goldblum and some Whoopi Goldberg.
I think somebody's muffins are ready.
Yes.
Yeah, that was mine. That was my muffin watch. Getting messages from my mom.
All right, so until next time, when we deal with a defrosted Decepticon, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
A crustacean? Wait, is he edible? Is he a crab? Can we eat the next episode monster of the week? Or Decepticon of the week? I'm David.
Is it clamped down?
Shisha.
Should be clamped down.
Crustacean?
It is not.
I do not remember how that's pronounced.
We'll find out.